Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Off the Clock. I'm your host, Sierra Jones. On behalf of the production team of Off the Clock and myself, we want to say thank you. Thank you for getting up early on your Saturday mornings and tuning in, following us on all social media platforms, and spreading the word about our show. Thank you. Because of all of you, we are excited to announce that Season 2 of Off the Clock will start on Saturday, February 17th. But before Season 2 starts, let's take a step back and highlight some of the favorite moments from Season 1. Now, Coach, I gotta say this. I was impressed to see you move around a little bit out there today. Do you normally get around like that?
Oh, it might be another week or two before I recover. No, I'm moving a whole lot more than I used to move.
Well, you look good. I'm always impressed with coaches who not only talk about it, but they're actually about it with their action too. So I have a lot of respect for you, and I know your guys probably appreciate it too.
Oh, I hope they do.
Oh, I know. They probably won't say it, but they will later.
Yeah, because it has a personal cost for me sometimes. I'm hoping it doesn't now.
Well, Coach, let's get right into it. So who is Coach Hughley?
Simple guy. Loves basketball. There's a great love for impactful, meaningful time with those young men. Because I'm them and they're me. And I'm just hoping that, life is full of problems and solutions. And I just hope I can err more on the side of giving them solutions and arming them and equipping them with enough wherewithal, resourcefulness.
Yeah.
When they get out there and they told to 10 and 2 because of something that they couldn't help. These guys, they're step cut, above reproach and trying to just handle that kind of life.
Yeah.
And they're still excited about who they are, how they fit, and being good fathers, good husbands, good church members, good community members, and leaders.
Yeah.
Of their own household.
Yeah.
That's what many aspire but few attain, but that's what my hope is. Basketball is just a big smoke screen and an ambush to tell them what you really want.
Yeah.
You give them what they need in the context of what they think they want. They think they want to be pros. They'll be pros in something, but maybe not basketball.
Yeah.
So hopefully when you get their attention, you can start filling their suitcase with a lot of stuff that they'll really, really need, no matter where they go.
I love that. I love that, especially what you said about a solution, giving them that solution. Now, what made you want to be a coach? Do you remember the first moment you're like, I got to be a coach? Was it a person, a situation?
It probably grew out of not want to be a coach. Absolutely. It grew out of not want to coach. Because I said, man, these kids going to make me go to jail. There's no way I can coach that generation.
Yeah.
And the generation before me, I had so much respect for them, but the generation after, you always start scratching your head and go, whoa, wait a minute. Then you start to get a little older and you see some things that, man, I probably was like that a little bit.
Yeah.
So my peers, and it's just a different iteration of it, but more the same. And then, I had a son. And I thought about who was most impactful for me throughout my life. And it was my basketball coach, my football coach. They spoke into my life even though, whether I wanted them to or not, even though I didn't understand it then, I do understand it well enough now.
Yeah.
There's two things you can learn from anything and anybody, what to do and what not to do. And I learned a whole lot of what to do from my coaches. Somewhat not to do, but not a lot. And most of which stays with me even today.
Yeah.
And how I manage and coach and relate to these young men now.
Yeah, I think you do an incredible job. Incredible job. Now I know I did a little research. Now I know that you coach nearly at every single level, including the Olympics, correct? Can you tell us about that experience and what, obviously you love coaching college basketball, but is there a specific age group that you enjoy, and how was the Olympics in coaching?
Well, when you go through the whole gamut, UPS is famous for doing it from the bottom up.
Yeah.
You might have to call me Brown because Because I've done it elementary, park league, recreation, all the way up to whatever we can consider being the highest level. The Olympics was a dream come true. That was exciting. I never expected to even attend the Olympics, let alone coach, but be a head coach in the Olympics. Prior to that, I got a chance to be a coach in the World Cup. And then we qualified for another World Cup. And Nigeria had some of their own issues, which allowed us not to play in that. But we was hoping to get Nneka and her sister, Elizabeth Williams, and really, be something to deal with. But that all got shut down.
What year was that?
It was 2020 Olympics, but it turned into 2021.
Yeah.
And then we qualified for the World Cup the following 22 in Sydney.
Wow.
We won in Serbia, but that was my third time doing that. So I was in the Asia Games. That's the Olympics in China and all the Asian countries.
Wow.
So it's been a blast, and that really steered me back to college, along with being able to reunite with my son when he's just coming into college.
Yeah. What advice would you give your younger self to any new and upcoming lawyers out there?
I would tell anyone who wants to be an attorney, or at least who thinks they want to be an attorney, don't do it because you think you're going to go earn a bunch of money. That's not a good reason to become an attorney. It's not about trying to earn a bunch of money. I would tell someone who's thinking about law school, if you want to go help people, if you want to have a profession where you can make a difference in people's lives, then think about going to law school and becoming an attorney. Because, whether you're in an office practice where you're putting together business deals for people, or whether you do the type of work I do where I'm in the courtroom, we're constantly as attorneys trying to make a difference, a beneficial difference in the lives of our clients. And so, the people that I represent, they're people who need me to be their advocate. They need me to speak on their behalf when they don't have the ability or the power to speak. I tell people, and you've probably watched some of these shows on TV yourself, on National Geographic Channel, for instance, where, you'll see the herd of elk running through the snow banks, and there's that pack of wolves running along behind them.
Yeah.
What are they trying to do? Those wolves are trying to pick off the weakest member of the herd. And as a lawyer, my clients are the weakest member of the herd. They're injured, they're hurt, and they need me to keep the wolves away from them when they need that help the most. And so I spend my time helping people. And so that's what I would tell young people that are looking at law school. If you want to help somebody, get into law school and come out of law school and be ready to make a difference.
Yeah, and the help that you just mentioned and flipping it back, as I see the V of Vandy on your shirt.
Yes, ma'am.
Even when you played, you had to help your teammates. And going back to that, in the game it is now, are there anything that you feel like that you will be able to compete with how the game has changed now? Or what do you think?
Well, I'll start out with this.
Okay.
When I was a young man and I was playing football, two of the drills that we did every day in practice were the Oklahoma drill and the bull in the ring. And if anybody out there watching this is familiar with football, they know that Oklahoma and bull in the ring are two of the most aggressive and violent pieces of practice that a football player can participate in. Folks joke that the Oklahoma drill has created more basketball players than anything else in the world.
I believe it.
So I say that to say this. The biggest problem I would have competing today on a football field is not getting thrown out of the game for targeting. Because back in our day, that's what you were taught to do. When you had that big lick, that big hit on some running back, or some receiver that was crossing the middle of the field, buddy, the crowds went wild, the coaches went wild, and your teammates loved you.
Yeah.
If you do that today, you get flagged and you might miss half of the next game.
Yeah.
And so you got to be careful. Now, I'd also say this, I could adjust to the changes in the rules. That's what you do. You adjust and you adapt. But one of the things that would be difficult for me is when I played ball, I was playing middle linebacker in the SEC at 188 pounds. Wide receivers weigh more than 188 pounds today. And so the size of the players over the years has changed dramatically. The speed of the game has changed dramatically. So, you can adapt to the rule changes. Some of those physical limitations, though, I look at the players today and I think, well, maybe not today.
Right?
So.
And they have more pads, too.
Yes.
They do.
Hello Huntsville is a weekly lifestyle audio and video podcast produced in studio and on location to showcase Huntsville's best activities, entertainment, neighborhoods, and all the unique attractions that make the Rocket City one of the top cities to live in the nation. Our primary audience is adults who live, work, play, and innovate in the Huntsville metro area. And each episode will feature Cynthia Joyner in conversation with business owners, decision makers, elected officials, and some of the city's most compelling personalities telling the stories of her hometown. Whether you're local, new in town, or just passing through, Hello Huntsville will have something for you.
The greatest asset we have is our employees.
I'm very excited to welcome you to our new corporate website.
The National Space Club was founded as the National Rocket Club in 1957.
In North Alabama, we are extremely blessed.
True Tone will test your hearing in everything, the good things and the bad things. In everything, give him thanks.
Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain?
Welcome back. In this episode, we are highlighting some of the favorite moments from Season 1. And remember, Season 2 starts February 17th. Welcome back. Coach, I know you're a great coach. Looks like you're a great cook, too. Tell me what you got here.
Well, we're going to do some Cajun shrimp pasta.
Okay.
For the sake of time, I've already got the noodles ready. They're half done now. All I'm going to do is go ahead. They're completely done, rather. And all I'm doing now is adding the shrimp. We're going to stir it up and put some more sauce in it. And Sierra, we'll be ready to plate this.
Looks like you added, what kind of seasoning you got? Can you tell them what?
Oh, yeah. It's no secret. I use Cajun. I use Cajun seasoning along with, I use also garlic garlic powder. I don't use any salt.
Okay.
So you put a little garlic in it, some seasoning salt, and you get this mixed up, and this will be ready here shortly. All it takes is the time to get it all mixed up. I cheat by buying the sauce. Some people make their own sauce. I don't have time to do it all, so that's how I get by with this. And this is a real quick meal. I can do this for
from start to finish is about 30 minutes.
Okay.
And my family really loves it. And I showed you earlier the Cajun seasoning salt. You see how far I use it?
Yeah.
There's only a little bit left. Yep. So my family really, my wife is from Florida, so she really likes the Cajun stuff. And so we do it quite often.
Do you ever add anything in it, like extra, like veggies or a different meat? Or
Well, no, we'll have a salad on the side.
Okay.
But today for you all we're gonna do is we're just gonna do the shrimp pasta itself. But we would have a garden salad to go along with this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Coach, I can't wait to taste this myself, but I appreciate your time and just your inspiration. You're very encouraging what you shared today.
Well, this has been it's been great. God has really blessed me, and I think when He blesses you, you are supposed to pass it on. And so I don't mind sharing with people. This is just me being me, because other than coaching and all the other stuff I'm doing, I'm out on that water fishing. So I'm going to make sure I'm fishing. I eat my own fish. So I'm one of the people that will.
Here, I'll stick this right here.
Here we go. I'm one of the people that when I fish, unless I'm in a tournament, I eat what I catch.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. Well, those out there watching, if you would like to follow Coach Petway and his podcast, you can click that link below. And then if you would like the recipe, you can scan the QR code.
Yeah, this is my recipe now, not somebody else's
Yes.
now.
Yeah. You added your own ingredients to it. So, Saul, I know that you offer virtual training, right? And also personal training. Is that correct?
I do.
All right. Well, you think I'm ready for this?
I think you can do it.
All right. So I'm a little nervous, but let's do it.
All right.
All right. What do I need to do?
So first thing we're going to do, we're going to start off with a more advanced version of ab crunches. So we're going to have you lay back.
Okay.
You're in the perfect position, lay back. And you're going to alternate knee to elbow, but as you bring your knee to elbow, you're going to sit up at the same time.
Okay.
All right. So hands behind your head.
Okay.
And
so I'm going to be up, but I'm going to come all the way up, right?
Yep. 1, 2. Let's do 10 each side.
Okay.
3, 4, 5. Too easy. 6.
Don't make me smile.
7, 8, 9. Last one. And 10. All right.
That's a good one.
That's a good
Feel
one.
that.
All right. So a simplified version of that, or a modified version of that, you'd lay on your back and you wouldn't sit up. So what you do is you elevate your legs, right? And you'd alternate your legs in and out as you touch your knee to elbow.
Okay, so I'm going to be here, right?
Just like that. Perfect. 2. Notice that she's pausing in between each rep. 3, 4. That allows her to engage the muscle. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Good set. Good set. All right. So another group I'd say a lot of women like to focus on is their glutes and hamstrings. So you can do it all from the mat.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is have you lay back. We're going to start with the advanced version. So I'd have you bring one leg up.
Okay.
And then do hip thrusts at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So what this does is basically isolates one side of the glute, and then you do the opposite side. But for this purpose, we're just going to have you go into the modified version.
Okay.
So bring your feet a little closer to your butt, and you're going to press up with both feet flat.
Okay.
All right. 1. Good pause in the middle. 2. Allowing the muscle to contract. That's what we're looking for. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. So
that's so good.
Yeah. So if we had another exercise to do, maybe capture the arms and the chest. So we're going to have you flip over and get into a push-up position.
Okay.
So we're going to have you start with the advanced version. You're going to stay just like that, but you're going to lift your knees off the mat, right? and touch your shoulders one at a time. 4, 5, 6.
Does it need to be slower, or is this okay?
Good pace. 8,
Okay.
9, and 10. All right. Go ahead and come down for a second.
Okay.
So the modified version would be a full stretch in a push-up position.
Okay.
So you want to extend your legs out and do shoulder touches from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. So I would suggest 3 rounds of each exercise.
Okay.
If you find that that's too easy, maybe up your numbers. So instead of 10 reps, 12 reps, or 15 reps, and then we might look into some weights after that.
Would you suggest, so those who are watching right now, so all they need is just a mat
That's it. So you can use a mat if you have a carpet, anything kind of soft, kind of cushion your knees and your back. That would be enough.
Yeah. And what you just said, so we just did 3 exercises. For someone that is just getting started, what do you suggest? Do we need to just do 3? Do we need to be 4 exercises? And how many rounds?
I'd say 3. So 3 overall. 10 is a basic number to start with. If you find that 10 reps is too much, maybe take it down to like maybe 8 reps, or just do as many as you can. But the basic thing we try to do is do it with proper form and technique.
Well, by far, and they've already mentioned in here this morning, Labor Day, Monday night Labor Day at the Madison County Fair, JC's Fair in Huntsville. Well, the Coliseum used to be on University Drive. It was the biggest night of the year. It's the J Fair's opening. Well, the main event, they had a stage all set up. They brought in this guy, he was a professional bear wrestler. I mean, these guys took their bears all across the country. I didn't know that at the time. Google did not exist when I did this. So I get my little brother's wrestling outfit from New Hope, and I put a robe on. I came on at 6:25. We're doing a live shot. Now, this is 1981, so we had just kind of started doing live shots, you know. It wasn't very common. We started doing, well, I show up that night. I talked to the guy. I found my notes the other day. You know, okay, Truesdale was his last name, and Larry Truesdale, he had the bear. Well, this wasn't no hold my beer, watch this moment that the bars have. So we get out there with this bear, 500 people at least around the ring. They got this big ring set up, and I got my robe on. He's got a boots on up to here. He looks the part, and this bear's about, I don't know, 7, 8 feet. Weighs probably 600, 700 pounds. He's got him on a chain. Well, my goal when this starts, I'm going to Muhammad Ali this dude.
Okay.
I'm going to put a show on for all these people out here, do my regular thing.
Okay.
That didn't happen. So as soon as they cue me, I reached down, got the mic, and I asked him one question. I said, Larry, and I touched that bear on the nose. The bear's name was Victor. That dude reaches his paw out and flips my feet right out from under me. I jump up. My goal is to be a banty rooster. I'm thinking stay away from him teeth. Wrong again. I got that robe off. That bear body slammed me, and I screamed like a girl for.
I'm glad you didn't say the other word.
It seemed like eternity. In reality, it was like a minute. I squirmed so much and cried. I'm doing everything, and people, get him. You know, the thing is killing me. Now, it's got a muzzle on him, but he's mauling me to death, basically. Finally, I said, get him off of me. I do remember that part. He gets off of me. My nose is busted. And a guy hollered, I get the microphone, I'm staring like this, and they said, do it again. I said, well, you crazy? Anyway, that was the end of that. But to tell you how famous that part is, I have people ask all the time about it. Last year, we get a call, New York City, and it wasn't a car warranty. We didn't take the call. Get back, said, I'm John Cho with the History Channel. Can you call me? So we called, do a Zoom call right here at this table. We found your name. We're doing a piece on something, and we want you to. We sent him the video. He said, we want to fly you up here. Now, I'm not making this up. We want you to be our bear wrestling expert. Now, during COVID.
Did you laugh when he said that?
No, I said, I'm all in, but I ain't coming to New York. Y'all come see us. Sure enough, a couple months later, we set up right there. They stayed 5.5 hours. We talked to 5 producers in New York and Connecticut, and they had us mic'd up. I had another guy brought in. Mm-hmm. We were having a new pool liner put in at our other house a couple years before that. Guy walks in the gates, never seen him before in my life. He said, Jamie, he was 40-something years old. Last time I saw you, you traumatized me for life. I was 11 years old. You were my TV hero. I was at that night at the fair when that bear rescued. He said, I thought I was going to kill you. So we brought him over here to tell his story.
How were you in? I know you're in pain. The next day, how'd you feel?
Well, I went to the hospital that night to look at my bruised ribs and everything. But beyond that, I was good.
Oh, you're good.
I wouldn't trade nothing for that. And I've got the video of it. That's what's the amazing part about it. But that's 43 years ago.
Yeah.
Hello Huntsville is a weekly lifestyle audio and video podcast produced in studio and on location to showcase Huntsville's best activities, entertainment, neighborhoods, and all the unique attractions that make the Rocket City one of the top cities to live in the nation. Our primary audience is adults who live, work, play, and innovate in the Huntsville metro area. And each episode will feature Cynthia Joyner in conversation with business owners, decision makers, elected officials, and some of the city's most compelling personalities telling the stories of her hometown. Whether you're local, new in town, or just passing through, Hello Huntsville will have something for you.
Wow, we really had some great guests on season 1. So buckle up for the exciting guests we will be bringing on the show for season 2. Remember, if you missed an episode from season 1, you can go to our website, our YouTube channel, Off the Clock TV, or just simply scan the QR code on the screen. I'll see you all on Saturday, February 17th at 8 a.m. on Fox 54.